Hi Scorpio, I'm Brenda and I'm here again today to bring you your weekly angel tarot card reading for the week of March the 28th to April the 5th, 2016. I want to thank you for your interest in my channel and for viewing, liking, and sharing my videos with your family members and friends. Welcome to all the new people requesting readings with me, and blessings to all my return clients. As you know, this is just a general reading. Every single card does not pertain to every single individual in the planet and on the planet. So if you would like clarity, a personalized reading, and answers to any questions, then I invite you to my private website, and that is www.BrendaTarot, spelled TARO.info. See you soon. We start our week, Scorpio, on Monday with a water card. And you, my friend, have been given the King of Water. And as you know, water cards have to do with relationships in our lives. And sometimes they can be intimate, and sometimes they can be romantic, and other times they're friendship, relationships with family members, co-workers, or perhaps our neighbors and just our friends. This is telling me that right now you need to open your heart and your mind to those around you. And know that there's going to be a male individual, an older individual coming into your life that you honor his advice, and he's going to be giving you trustworthy and heartfelt advice. Now, for others, this card's been coming up quite a bit in these readings. For others, I see that there's going to be some sort of charity work being done, giving to the less fortunate. Perhaps you're cleaning out your closet or whatever it is, your furniture or whatever it is, and you're going to give that to Goodwill. Perhaps you're walking past a tin can on the street on the way to the work, and this individual, you feel for him and you have empathy for him, and you drop out your coin in the tin. Whatever, it shows me that some of you are giving to the less fortunate, and you may be getting involved in some sort of charitable work. On Tuesday, you've been given an air card, Scorpio, and you have been given the King of Air. Air cards have to do with the justice and the injustice, that chaos and that drama that other people bring into our lifestyle, and often it can have to do with some of you dealing actually with legal issues and lawyers. This is telling me that you're going to be up against a situation in your life where you're going to be able, this week, that you're going to be able to speak your mind with confidence. And the reason is because you've been listening to others and absorbing the wisdom of others and speaking to someone who's professional, and they're giving you their advice. This is all about balancing your emotional and your mental. These things need to be considered when you step forward and you use your platform to speak your mind with confidence. Crowning your week and Wednesday, you've been given another air card, the 10 of Air. You have 4 of them in here, so there's definitely things going on in your life right now that you're having to make fair and just decisions about yourself and your life. This is telling me that for some of you, you've been dealing with that, and you know now that this is the end of that difficult situation, and it's going to bring change into your life, but they're saying that you need to embrace that change. Often, change can be, not what we necessarily thought we wanted, but they're telling you that you're on the right path, and you need to embrace that change and expect things are going to get better now because you've worked hard for this, and right now it is the end of this difficult situation. They show me that there are those around you or closely related to you that have addictions. They're saying that this will bring on the recovery of these addictions. On Thursday, you've been given the 4 of Earth. Earth cards have to do with the material part of our lives and often our jobs and the money coming into it. This has been a card that's been coming up almost for every other person in the Zodiac in this week's reading. So there's a definite pattern going here too. So being too frivolous with your money means it's coming in the door and flying out the window very quickly. And it's a cautionary card that you need to honor your commitments and know that you need to allocate and set aside money to pay your bills, etc. But by all means, enjoy yourself. You work hard for it. But make sure at the end of the month you can honor your commitments. It also means that some of you are spreading yourself too thin. You're giving way too much to the public, to your friends, to your job, to your family, to everybody else but yourself, and that you need to step back and say, hold it. What about me? And know that it's okay to say no to people. You have that right. You weren't put on this earth just to give completely every single thing, every single living breath, every bit of your energy to everybody else. So know that you need to step back a little bit and start enjoying yourself. You count, you matter, you have worth. So please take that into consideration. Now, the other part of this card is some of you are very, very cautious about your money. You're going to work, you're putting it in the bank. You're going to work, you're putting it into the bank. You're not having any fun. You're not enjoying the fruits of your labor. This also means that you are hermetizing yourself. You're isolating yourself from people that you shouldn't be. People are out there. They're missing you. Your friends, your family, your coworkers. They notice this about you, that all of a sudden you become very distant. So please take notice that you need to give of yourself a little bit more. People miss you. They love your company and they care for you, my friend. This card has to do with giving to charity and giving to those less fortunate, just like the Knight of Water said on Monday. You're giving to the less fortunate. So know that that the universe is giving you messages, that there are those out there that could possibly use something that you have that no longer serves you. And by all means, know it's going to a good cause if it's for the less fortunate. On Friday, you've been given an air card, and this is a 7 of air. And like I said, you have a lot of these things coming into you that have to do with justice and that sort of thing, and the injustice. They're telling me that your plans are going to have to be revised right now because there's more going on behind the scenes than that meets the eye. So you need to do your detective work and find out what's going on. If you're dealing with a legal issue, don't jump in and sign on the dotted line right away. You need to do your homework and find out what their motives are and what's going on and what you're going to achieve and what you're going to gain from this situation. Because if you don't, it's going to be done in poor timing. Here's that card I don't like, the ego. So the ego is all about, using your ego to basically bandage fix a true inner issue. It's all about false sense of entrapment. It's being overly focused on material things. It's walking down the path of escapism, being too excessive, nothing's done in moderation. It's jumping into the quicksand before you think about, gee, I could drown in there. It's about leaning and walking the path of addictions. Addictions can come in many forms. When you're dealing with an emotional issue, there is a problem in your lives. Please don't, this card is a cautionary card saying, don't think that instant gratification is going to wipe the slate clean and get rid of the actual problem. So what they're saying is that you need to stop thinking about negative-based thoughts and you need to deal with the issue at hand. Get to the bottom of it, and this way you're not going to be led astray with your ego. On Sunday, the end of the week, you've been given your fourth and final air card, and this is telling me that there's things going on around you that you've been dealing with, maybe legal issues and issues to do with, like I say, making fair decisions with people and choices and the justice in your life. And this event is going to come in really fast right now, and you need to take time and carefully review your options, because you will be able to come up with some creative solutions to this problem that may come in that has to do with justice. The end of the reading, I did incorporate that one oracle card. And how appropriate, my friend. Have confidence. So you've been dealing with an awful lot this week. Perhaps individuals that have brought you in some drama into your lives, that has to do with the justice and the injustice, and you having to deal with this. And often they're really not, we didn't create it. They've been brought in and dumped on us, and now all of a sudden we're faced with dealing with it. You need to have confidence, okay? Because there's been a lot here this week that has led me to believe that. That you need, and the ego card and the money card and all of that. You need to have confidence to move forward on your path, and you're capable of doing whatever it is you want because your guides and angels are there to help you. And I will read you what this card is saying. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough. Source, divine. Along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, your angels and your divine guides, and we will buoy and lift your courage and your faith. Have confidence, my friend. I wish you a great remainder to today and a wonderful, optimistic week to look forward to. I leave you again with another quote. And the quote I chose today is, I've used it before, but it seemed appropriate for today. You cannot make someone understand a message they are not ready to receive. It's all about timing. Everything on the path in life is to do with perfect timing. Have a great day. Know that I'll see you next week. And know that I continue to stand in the circle of light for you, my friend.